Hi everyone, your favorite host Leo here. Welcome to another episode of Between the Whistles. I'm here with Angelo and Tristan. Thanks guys for coming on the show.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
How are you guys doing?
Doing awesome, man. Excited to be here.
Yo, glad to have those guys on the panel. Keep in mind that Proto came from Toronto to come on the show. Shout out to him. And how was your weekend been?
It was good, man. I just chilled. Chill at home.
What's your chill weekend?
My chill weekend?
How does it look like?
NHL in the basement. That's about it.
ESHL?
No, I'm not that good.
You're not that good?
No.
Just playing for fun.
Just for fun.
How about you, Beef?
A chill, or how's my weekend?
Yeah, how's your weekend?
We had a game. We lost in overtime, as you know. And then after that, just relax, hang out with buddies, stick around school, just chill.
Without buddies, the weekend sucks.
I know, you have to be with friends.
It has to be with friends, yeah. And guys, Tristan, can you tell me more about yourself? Like where you're from?
I'm from Oakville, Ontario, so not too far off from Waterloo, where we're based out of here. And yeah, I play hockey. I'm on the men's hockey team here at Laurier. And I played junior for the Kitchener Rangers and Hamilton Bulldogs, minor hockey in the GTHL, OMHA, and the Alliance. So I've played all over. So yeah, I've kind of seen a lot in that world.
Sounds good. And you're a goalie as well,
I
right?
am a goalie, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Hoping you wouldn't bring that one up.
Why not?
I don't know.
Why, he score on you?
Bad rep sometimes, you know?
Alright.
Did you score him, or?
Will you agree on that?
Yeah. You pick corners. Okay. Top mesh.
Of course. How about you, Proto? Like where you from?
I'm from Barrie. I played Barrie AAA growing up. A little bit of Don Mills. And then I met Leo through Renfrew. Played junior A together last year. That's about it.
And where did you play this year?
I was in the Null this year for El Paso.
How was
And
it?
It was good. Honestly, it was good. It's a different pace of play,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Like, it's not like the CC at all.
No,
No, it's really different.
physical.
They call
Oh,
it
yeah.
Vietnam for a reason.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
it's so structured, like so hard to get offense.
Did you get a better experience there than the CC?
Yeah, you get treated way better there. Like, I don't know, we're getting free skates, unlimited sticks, top of the line.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't pay, so it's
For sure.
a way better experience.
Yeah, and you guys, like, what are your goals with hockey as far as right now? Like Tristan, what do you?
Yeah, I'm not even sure, to be honest. Like, obviously the dream would be to play in the NHL, but you never really know. Like, I kind of just like to take it one step at a time, you know what I mean? Just deal with the day in front of me, whether that's the practice, the game, and focus on that. And you never really know where it's going to take you, right?
Mm-hmm. And as far as this year, like, what part of your game are you trying to work on?
I think, like, everything's a work in progress at all times. For me personally, as a goalie, I always think you can get better at puck handling and puck touches. So, like, for example, like when I'm behind the net, like making good plays, making good reads, like I think you can always get better at that. Even some of like the pro guys you'll watch are unbelievable at it, and
For sure.
it makes such a difference. It's game breaking. Like, they can't even dump in the zone and get possession because they know the goalie's going to go out there and make a play.
You
So
gotta go with soft chips.
yeah, exactly. Soft chips or cross chips. Yeah,
Cross chips, yeah. And it's kind of part of the new generation.
absolutely,
Right?
absolutely.
Puck handler. How about you, Proto? What's your main goal with hockey?
I mean, same, right? Like everyone's got the same goal, but we're like I was in the Null. To get to there, you got to be dominating where you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not doing that, you kind of got to go back to the drawing board a little bit. But I mean, I like to play U Sports. Like I wouldn't say that's my backup, but again, everyone wants to go D1, but sometimes you got to be a little bit realistic too. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I mean, if you're putting up the numbers, like there's guys in all that have like guy on my team who's got 35 and 23. He's talking to schools, but it's like, again, he dominates at that level. So if you're not really dominating, then you know what I mean?
No,
Kind of got to
for
be
sure.
the top dog.
I totally get that. And Tristan, you played in the O until you were 19, right?
Yeah, 19. So from ages 16 to 19.
16. And what round were you?
We're round in
Yeah,
the draft?
yeah, in the-
last round, 15.
Really?
Yeah, it was the last round.
Wow.
That's where the beauties are.
Yeah. 290th pick.
Wow.
Yeah.
And like, what was just going through your mind, like when you were going to camps each year? Like,
Like, I just I had a lot of confidence going into my first rookie camp because I just knew all the hard work I put in, and it really instilled a lot of confidence in me. Actually, funny story about this whole like first rookie camp. They weren't we weren't even with the Bulldogs. We were it was during lockdown, right? During COVID.
yeah.
So in that like off season kind of leading up to the rookie camp in the summer, we were doing a lot of skates at out of the First Ontario Center. It wasn't really Bulldog skates, but there was a lot of the Bulldogs guys there, and then a bunch of other like local guys that played in the OHL, played pro, whatever.
Scouts there too.
Absolutely. And the guy
Were they
who,
games?
oh yeah, there were
Yeah, there were
games.
games.
There were some games. It was Matt Turek, who was the GM of or he wasn't the GM at the time, but he worked for the Bulldogs and he was a Montreal Canadian scout. He would organize them and get them all together. And then so I would go to those skates. I'd work pretty hard. Like I do good. And I remember one day after one of the skates, we'd get dressed in the hall because it was still COVID. We were dressed in the hall, like wherever it's walking. Yeah, with the benches. Yeah.
You guys have the masks on?
Yep, everything. So after one of those skates, I remember Matty Turek, so he worked for the team at the time.
Yeah.
He comes, he goes, "Hey Tristan, can you come into the coach's room? We want to talk to you." I didn't even know where the coach's room was. I said, "Yeah, I'll be there in 5 minutes after I get undressed." I couldn't find the coach's room. I was walking around all the bottom of First Ontario Center, couldn't find the coach's room. Eventually, I found it and I walked in, and sure enough, Michael Anlauer, Steve Steos, Jay McKee, the head coach, Matty Turk, they were all in there, and they said they were extremely impressed with my work ethic and how far I've come. And they said it was funny because I didn't have my vaccination in time. They said, "We want to sign you, and we want you to be part of this team, but you don't have your vaccination, so you can't come to rookie camp, but it doesn't matter. Just go straight to main camp." So I actually never ended up even going to a rookie camp in the OHL. It was
Wow.
just main camp, yeah.
As a 15th round.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And what were your thoughts on vaccination? Like, were you for that or against that?
I don't really. It doesn't bother me either way, to be honest.
Okay.
I kind of got it because I had to play hockey. I didn't really have an opinion on it. You know what I mean? It was just, you had to get it, so I got it, right?
I think Proto, like you during the COVID time, you went to play in California.
Yeah, I was with the Junior Ducks for a bit. I just practiced with them, but yeah, I wasn't for getting my vaccination. I know, I didn't see the upside in it,
No, for sure.
and I don't know, everything's back to normal now, so you know what I mean?
That's what mattered.
Yeah,
No, for sure. And how was your time in California?
it was sick.
It was sick.
Yeah, that team was so good. There was like 4 guys who went on to get drafted.
Wow.
Yeah, to the show. Half of them were like D1 commits.
And compared to Tristan, like Tristan has a different path than you in terms of playing major, junior, and everything. Was major, junior like your first goal at the beginning, or it was more?
It was it was always the goal, but I didn't play my U16 year. Not saying I would have gotten drafted. I generally don't know. Maybe not. I feel like I was more of a late bloomer.
Okay.
But I feel like last year was a big year. Like Renfrew helped me a lot, and then I ended up getting drafted by Omaha. So like that was pretty cool to kind of get.
Yeah,
It was a little bit of validation almost, like because I didn't really get to get drafted.
Absolutely.
So and camp was good. I thought I did good at camp to make the team, but coach thought otherwise. But again, I respect that decision. Like who knows, maybe I wasn't ready in their eyes, but yeah.
And in terms of Renfrew, when you played with Renfrew last year, what part of the game did you feel like you developed the most?
Honestly, my offense ability. Before, like when I was playing beer U18, I find like I was almost like playing like hot potato out there. Like I just get rid of pucks, you know what I mean? And I realized like, okay, it's not that deep. Like getting hit does not hurt that bad. Like, you know, you can hold on to the puck, nothing's gonna happen.
For sure.
I know. I'd say like you kind of watched me last year too. Towards the end of the year, I thought I was getting kind of better with that.
Yeah, for sure. Also with guys leaving, right? More ice time and everything.
Yeah.
So that helps with confidence as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And guys, we all know how coaches could have a big impact into our careers. What do you say is the typical description of the worst coach in your opinion, Tristan?
I don't know. I think I'll tell you what the opposite is. The best coach I've ever had would be my Bulldogs coach, Jay McKee. He, first of all, he played like 1,000 games in the NHL. Like he understands the game and how to motivate people and all that. And I just think he was so tapped in with how to motivate people in the right way and how to instill confidence in people. And he was the kind of coach that you would want to run through a wall for and do anything for. And I think anytime you get away from that and people aren't motivated and they lose confidence and they don't really want to play for you, I think that's a bad thing. But I think when you can have traits where people want to play for you, like
For sure.
it's unbelievable, and you'll get the most out of your players and you'll develop them the best. So
And what position did he play in the
play defenseman.
Play
I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, I'm pretty sure he's the all-time shot block leader for the Buffalo Sabres.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Soaks.
Yeah, he
Body on the line.
yeah, absolutely.
How about you, Proto?
For what?
For being the best coach or worst coach? Like, what's the description
The
of
description, I would say like in juniors, like I don't know, someone who would say like when you have a lineup, typically like the guys on the first two lines have most of the confidence, right?
Yeah.
So if you're constantly glazing them and giving the guys say on like the third or fourth line no ice, it's like those are the guys you shouldn't be the hardest on. I'm not saying by experience, I've just seen it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like typically like if you're the one getting all the ice and the game's almost falling on you, if you're out there 25 minutes a night, it's like you should be getting the blunt of it. You know what I mean? Like not the third or fourth liners. So I would say that, but again, like every coach has their favorites, I would say. But I don't know. Me personally, like I've been scratched. I'm sure you've been scratched. Like not getting feedback from a coach. Like if you ask coach, like, hey, what can I do to get back in the lineup? Like not getting honest feedback probably is the worst.
Yeah, it's
or
difficult.
like I've been told, like even this year, right? Like you've been told do something like better on your half wall or be more physical. The next game, it's like your one goal is just to make hits. You do that, you get your pucks out. Like you're just trying, you know what I mean? You're not even trying to play the game or get offense. You're just trying to do what he's asked.
Yeah, and you're
then
in your head about
and then,
that.
And then you're still, then you're in your head about that. Yeah, and then you're still in the stands the next game. It's like, well, don't tell me what, you know what I mean? Like just, I'd rather you tell me it's a numbers game or,
No,
you know what I mean? Like stuff like that.
for sure. And do you think that there's always like a political aspect where they always have to give you a reason, where sometimes it's not really the case?
I think yes and no. You know what I mean? It depends kind of where you are, what the situation is. There's always a reason behind everything, I think. Like, I don't think many coaches go out there saying, I want to lose tonight. I think they put who they feel is playing the best at that time out in that lineup. And I think a lot of the times, too, it's upon yourself to realize just control what you can control, right?
For sure.
If the coach doesn't want to put me out there or play me or whatever, like, that's not your decision. And if you have that mindset, I think that's the best way to go about it and help yourself.
No, I totally get that. What do you think?
No, I totally agree. Yeah.
You totally.
Yeah.
Like
No, it's the same.
At
Yeah.
the end
Like,
of the day, you can't make the decision for your
yeah,
coach,
like
right?
you're not in the coach's head, so it's like,
So whatever side of that decision you land on, it is what it is, and you kind of just go on about and continue to do your thing, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And compared to Beef, Proto, Beef has been lucky enough like to be developed like in the OHL with
Yeah.
a great coach. Do you think that in your career you'd have to improve more on yourself, or you think that a coach really helped your game to develop?
Well, I mean, like in what aspect? Like as in like taking accountability or?
Just about being a player. Like, did you feel like it was more you that you grow the game by yourself, or it was more?
I would say last year I was given the opportunity to grow the game. Like I wasn't really like told structure, like, you know, like told what to do better. Like sometimes that's good, right? A lenient coach, like they'll let you play. You know what I mean? You know how Jason was. He kind of
Yeah.
just top guys kind of just were able to play, right? There's no system, so I think that helped a lot. But yeah, that definitely helped. But I don't know if coaches really have like a. I don't know. I'm sure for some guys playing in the system's better for them. But me personally, like I'm just gonna base it off last year because that was probably one of my better years.
Yeah.
For sure.
Just having that freedom and not like if you fuck up a play, not getting ripped for it. You know what I mean? Like just simple stuff like that.
No, I totally understand. And speaking about coaches, who do you think is, let's say, the best coach in the NHL or like as a role model or in every sports?
I think they're all good, to be honest with you. Off the top of my head, like, I know John Cooper. Everyone loves him, and
Yeah.
he seems like the kind of guy, to be honest with you, that like people want to play for, right? Like, even when they go to Team Canada, he was the Four Nations coach, right?
Yeah.
They like all the guys. I feel like whether they like Tampa Bay, they don't like Tampa Bay. I feel like they all had positive things to say about him, and I feel like he does a good job at getting the message to his players in the right way. If that makes sense.
You can hear like the mic'd up, eh?
Yeah.
He's getting the boys going.
Yeah, it seems like he's a bit of a beauty too.
Yeah.
So.
I like who's the coach on Washington? That guy's a beauty.
Who is it now?
It's
The bald guy.
yeah, I know what you're saying. I forgot the name.
It was Trotz forever, but it's not
It
him
was very
anymore. I know what he looks
That
like.
guy's
but
a
Yeah,
I
beauty.
don't know his name.
He's really good.
He's the best, man.
He's
I hear the
really
mic'd up with him. He's like one of the boys, but like you can tell he also draws that fine line between like being your boss and your buddy. Like
Yeah.
he's hard. Like I listened to like mic'd up
Yeah.
in the playoffs. Like he's hard when he needs to be, but he's also like joking around the room. Like he seems like his door is always. You know what I mean? I'm sure you could talk to every coach in the NHL at any time, but like
For sure.
Yeah.
he's more open to stuff. You can tell. Like,
Absolutely.
And his path is really original because if you see, like, he came from the coast and he climbed his way up into coaching.
in coaching, you did.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you see that it doesn't really happen that much in coach. It's more of like a cliquey job
Yeah,
where
exactly.
You have to know buddies.
Or you had to have played in the NHL.
Well, they-
and you know what I mean? Like,
They recycle coaches.
oh, absolutely.
yeah, that's
Like one guy will get fired, then it's like, okay, like we're losing. Let's just take this guy that just
Yeah.
got fired because
Well,
it's like,
I feel like Tortorella's worked for like 8 teams at this point. Like,
oh yeah, he's been around.
has he not had 2 stints in New York? Actually, I think he has.
Yeah, he's
he
he's
did-
double dipped there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was also because when you always look at the chart, right, of like the top coaches who
Yeah.
who stay with their team for a long time, you see John Cooper obviously is the first one. Before it was Mike Sullivan who
Yeah,
actually
he was there for what, 10 years?
yeah for 10
Yeah.
years. But then after third and fourth, you see like Touring and Martin St. Louis, and they just coach from
I know. I
2021.
think the average
crazy.
coaching lifespan is like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah, I know it is. It is pretty crazy.
Do you rather have the recycled coaches or like the new guys come in?
I don't know. I think a new voice is a new voice, whether it's a coach that coached for another team or a different coach that's never been in the show before. I think, yeah, like, it's just a new voice in the room.
Yeah.
They're just trying to mix something up, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So,
But also the coach is the easiest position probably to get
to blame.
To blame.
Like, as soon as anything's going wrong, it's
it's the
coach, right?
It's crazy. Like you even saw Shanahan had to deal with that.
Yeah.
It's like, they were first in the conference. I'm pretty sure. I don't
Yeah.
know. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it's like you're in game what? What game were they in? 7 against
So,
Florida.
Yeah.
It's like Shanahan doesn't decide who
I
wins
feel
game 7.
I feel bad for sometimes like the coaches in the front office. Like they take a lot of heat, but it's like at the end of the day, the players got to go out there and
For sure.
put the effort. And if they just don't, like front office gets to blame,
You
right?
can only you can only blame it on a coach for so long, right?
Exactly.
Like a guy sitting up in the press box, the furthest from the ice. Like, okay, you picked the team, but it's like the team did good. It's like, but game 7, it's like
Yeah.
they kind of let him go after
He-
that, right? It was like
He put a lot of good players in the right
Yeah.
spot, and
Yeah.
at that point, it's on them to get something done.
I would say he kind of made that team.
Yeah.
And what about like the Marner controversy, right?
I
What was your position?
I love Marner. He's London, Ontario, OHL. I love him as a player. I think he's a good person too, it seems like. And I don't know, like I like that he played for the Leafs, hometown team. Like I'm not a Leafs fan, but I would have loved to see him stay in Toronto, you know what I mean? And I don't know. It seems like he's doing pretty well in Vegas though, so
How about you?
Yeah, everyone forgets he had like 100 points
Yeah.
last year or
It's
something. Like
easy.
he gets disrespected by the average Joe Schmo hockey fan. Like
Yeah.
it's like, well, you see, like I'm not knocking Matthews, but like you see Matthews this year, right? It's like
struggling a bit.
he's struggling a bit, right? Like he's kind of missing that right hand
For sure.
playmaker. Like he's got Nyes with him, but Nyes isn't really like a full playmaker, right? He's more of like F1, a checking guy, right?
He gets
So
heavy
it's like,
power forward kind
Yeah,
of.
so it's like you could tell Matthews is kind of like he's missing his piece.
Yeah.
For sure.
He's struggling to find it a bit.
I think it was good for Marner though. Like I think he needed a change of scenery. Like you had everyone down your throat for I wouldn't say no reason, but like not a good enough reason.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know. That's just my opinion, but
But it's also the fact that he didn't. I don't think he minded Toronto. It was just because of the fans. Like apparently people were coming at his place.
Oh,
and
yeah.
threatening him,
I know, I did see that.
and it was just not safe for him to play.
He even got his car like broken into a few years ago.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that? Yeah. Or stolen or what?
yeah, that was in Vaughan or something. His
Yeah.
range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And guys, I wanted to switch topics and talk about more about the culture of hockey. You guys have been in the culture of hockey for like a long enough time.
Yeah.
What do you think is the most toxic thing in cultural hockey that either you've experienced or you've seen?
I don't know. Like between the players wise, you'd say?
I just it could be all like to the whole like team management, like just the culture behind the sports. That
I don't know. The biggest thing I can think of is like over the years is like almost like preying on someone's downfall. Like if you're a fourth liner or like someone who wants to get in the lineup, you know, you're all buddies, but it's like you guys are also competing with each other every day. So it's like I want your spot, he wants my spot. So it's like if you get injured, this guy goes in. So it's like you always hear right when you're up in the stands, you always hear like, I hope someone gets hurt, like so I can go in. It's like I don't know. I think that's the worst. I don't know. I haven't really been a part of like toxic culture in hockey.
I think it's just like when it gets point driven and point hungry and everyone cares about stats, numbers, this, that. Like at the end of the day, man, like it's a game. Just have fun. Go out there, compete,
Yeah.
play for your teammates. I think when it comes, people are so worried about, oh, did I get a second assist here? Did I get this? Did I get this? Like, relax. You know what I mean?
Sticking
Like,
your head in the penalty box.
yeah, like I think that's when
I've done
it
that a
gets,
couple times.
gets kind of crazy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. And let's say outside of the sport, let's just talk about like the locker room or like just the lifestyle of a hockey player. What do you think is like a really toxic part, you'd say?
I don't even know. I'm trying to think of it. Like, I personally I like everything about being a hockey player. I enjoy it. I like the boys. I like hanging out with my friends. Like, I can't think of too many things that are toxic right off the top of my head.
It's definitely fun, but like me and last year, like most of the day, like you'd be doing a lot of nothing, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say toxic. It's just sometimes not a good environment for you to get better.
I think actually now I'm thinking about it, for me, like the toxic part of it, it has nothing to do with other people. It's more myself. It's just like the stress and the pressure I put on myself
Yeah.
to like live up to what I'm expected to be. You know what I mean? I think that like sometimes can be really hard, and when you're hard on yourself, it's obviously a good thing, but sometimes can be a bad thing. You know what I mean?
And I feel like it's worse as a goalie because it's like if you guys lost, it's like the goalie played bad. But if you
But
guys
it's not really.
but
You
then
know
if
what I mean?
you
Yeah.
no, but like people see from the outside, it's like-
Exactly. Yeah.
and then if you guys win, it's like, oh, the team played good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes you could win games,
Yeah,
and it's like
you're kind of alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Beef, you have a particular, like, let's say, career in the sense that if we compare to the average goalie, like, you're a bit of undersized goalie
Yeah.
compared to each other.
Absolutely.
Do you think that you've been overlooked a lot because of your size or underestimated?
You know what? Like, it obviously makes a difference, I think. But I think there's a lot of good goalies my size who got drafted to the NHL are going to play in the show. I know I look at guys I played against. Carter George, for example, he's going to be the World Juniors goalie this year. He's my size, maybe half an inch taller. He's unbelievable. So technically good. And he was, I think, a second-round pick to the Kings. I think he'll play in the NHL. He's unbelievable.
Okay.
Jack Ivankovic, another guy I played against. He was Mississauga's goalie. He's at Michigan now. He's having an unbelievable year. Same thing. He's, I think, 5'11". They had him listed at, but he just competes, battles, and you look at a bunch of guys in the show even now, like Wolf, Shesterkin, 6'1" on a good day. Like Devin Levi's coming up. I think the position's evolving,
Yeah.
but like you said, like they do like the 6'4" goalie and
how big Soros or Saros on
5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, like he's I don't yeah he may
Tiny,
be he may
but
be
he
5'11".
is just his skating and his footwork and everything is unbelievably elite.
Yeah.
But like you said, if let's say I was 6'4", maybe things shakes out different, you know. But
is.
it's hard to look back on like that, right?
Yeah.
So
It's a lot of reasons you can really
Absolutely.
say, like, I'm not doing it because
absolutely, yeah.
say. What are your thoughts, Proto? Like, do you think that as a player, you're in a different position than Tristan? Are you more comfortable with a taller goalie in there? Like, what's your...
Honestly, no. Like all the goalies, like even Mikey, who's in El Paso, you had him last year. Like
Yeah.
he's one of the best goalies in the NL right now. He's probably what do you how tall do you think he is? Maybe 5'9",
Really?
5'10" on skates.
5'10".
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to cut him short, but like he's really small. And, like
Yeah.
how he works laterally, like he's disgusting. So
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it's more like has nothing to do about height.
Yeah.
Same goes as like a player, right? Like a line mate. Like I don't really care how tall you are. As
You
long
can
as-
make plays.
If you can make plays, as long as you're doing what's asked, your
Yeah.
position, it's like
I agree.
Yeah, as long as you have competency.
yeah, and and those are the cards they're dealt with. So it's like you can't really knock them for it,
Absolutely.
right? Like I used to be small, and it's like you know what I mean. You hate when someone judges you in hockey based off that. So it's like
Yeah.
you try to do the same. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. And to get back on the culture of hockey, there was obviously the thing that happened to World Juniors, like the Team Canada in 2018,
Yeah.
with all the sexual assault case and everything. Do you think that it's something that is really prominent in the culture of hockey, but they just don't talk about it?
You know, I think stuff like that happens everywhere you go. I don't think it's just a hockey thing. Like, stuff like that happens all the time, and it's obviously not a good look for the game or Hockey Canada. And I think it was dealt with, it was handled. You know, I'm hoping for guys like Carter Hart and all those guys, they get a second chance, and because you know, like you kind of feel bad for them, like all the hard work they put in, and yes, they made a terrible decision, but like you don't see all the hard work they put in for those years and to get to this spot, and once they got there, kind of all fell apart. So a part of me feels bad for them, but a part of me feels like that wasn't a good decision you made. But you know, it kind of is what it is at this point.
Yeah, like nothing really goes good from that, right?
Yeah.
Like a 5v1, like nothing ends good. Like really, like you don't get anything out of that. So it's like just bad stuff happens. But I don't know. Again, I agree. Like I think that could have happened in any sport.
Yeah,
It could happen in
I
basketball.
don't think
like,
it's a hockey thing.
I don't think
No.
it is labeled as a hockey thing. Like now everywhere you go, it's like you see comment sections. It's like, oh, hockey players. It's like we're not all like that. There's probably maybe one guy on each team that's like that, or not even that extent. That's just more like girl crazy, or just in general. Like most guys aren't really like that, but it's like again, that's like anything, right? Like the 15% gets a bad rap for the rest, right? So,
No, for sure.
but yeah, I think it could happen to any sport. I do think, yeah, I think it was obviously a bad decision by them, but I'm sure they learned their lesson.
Yeah, they'd for sure learn the lessons. Most of them are gonna pay a pretty heavy consequence. Well, they're all gonna pay consequences.
Sure.
I think it'll always stick with you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna like they'll never be able to kind of remove that label, which is too bad because they're all unbelievable hockey players. But it's kind of the consequence of their actions, right?
Yeah, and let's say a different pro, like let's say you're a teammate, right? You're aware of that situation, you're not part of it already, by example, but you know that the date that who would you protect first, the victim or the player?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I wouldn't even want to be in that situation to begin with. You know what I mean? I'm big on, I love my buddies. I love my teammates. I love my friends. So I'm always going to be there for them, no matter if they make good decisions, bad decisions. I'm going to support them in any way I can, right? So that's kind of where I stand.
So you'll probably go like for teammates before victim.
I'm all about supporting my friends. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, I would have to go with the same. I mean, whoever's in the right and whoever's in the wrong, that's like, I wouldn't. I don't know. I
That's
wouldn't
not
really
my
know.
decision.
Yeah,
That's the court's decision. You know
Yeah,
what
it's
I
like-
mean?
Oh, for sure.
if you need me to back them up, and I think, you know, what I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and lie, but yeah, I'm for my boys. You know what I mean? Like those are my brothers. Like I would never throw anyone under the bus for something, but if it is, I don't know. If it is to that circumstance, I don't know. I don't know what I'd do. I just try to stay out of that situation.
Yeah, it is true because sometimes, like especially in team sports, it's decision of one guy could affect the team, right?
Absolutely.
Sometimes you have to make a choice about like whether it's your career or your conscience.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why like sometimes you don't know if you want to pick like, okay, I put my career in danger or my conscience in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it was actually pretty it. And
What'd you think of it?
about what?
Like just that whole thing, like all the allegations.
I think it's really sometimes as an athlete you really have to be careful with your choices.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you do.
Like you know that
There's a spotlight on you, especially at that level. You know what I mean?
and that's how like sometimes spirit they think they're higher than the law, right? They think like, okay, I mean, we might be untouchable, so we might just do whatever.
Yeah.
And then they could.
Yeah, like, and it's almost used as like, yeah, they're almost used as like bragging rights, right? And it goes for guys and girls. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? If that someone at that stature, it's like, you know what I mean? To be able to interact with them, it's more of like a bragging right, right? Or it's like you want to brag about it, or it's like,
Yeah.
so that stuff happens.
Yeah, and to sound Team Canada Junior, but like about the edition of last year, like we could agree that the selection was pretty controversial.
Yeah.
because a ton of snobs were left out, like the Seneca, the Perez, even the Michael.
Nick Lardis.
Nick Lardis.
Let me see
Lardis
a
had
shot
like
on goals.
60 goals.
Yeah, when you see like some, we could say politics happening at the next level,
Yeah.
what's your thoughts about like, let's say your career, how it could be affected? Like,
You know, I've played against all those guys, and they're all unbelievable players. I actually played with Lardis. He's a great friend of mine. I live pretty close to him at home, and for him not to be there was kind of shocking for me. Like we said, he led the CHL goals. I think he either broke Tavares' record or tied it. Like, unbelievable player, but I know, like, sometimes that's just the way it goes. Like, they think they're making the right selection and building a team, and I don't know, they think maybe a guy like Lardis won't be able to play a third role line. Like, he's just your power play first line guy, and it's kind of how it crumbled for guys like him, and I feel bad. But obviously, looking back, the way it went, probably should have taken, you know, Mies, Lardy, Perek, a bunch of those guys that could have helped them, I think.
Yeah, like those guys are all like what, 30 over 30 PPGs, like
yeah,
the minimum, like
Yeah.
to leave them off. But I'm biased. I'm Greek, so I like Lardis. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I don't know. I don't think he gets the respect too in the O that other guys with less goals get. Like to have like, what do you have? Legit almost like
71, I think.
71
I think it was
goals.
71,
Like,
yeah.
Dude, that's major junior. Like 71 goals in major junior. You don't really hear that,
Yeah.
and you don't really hear it getting talked about. Like you'll hear on like TSN or Sportsnet, they'll be talking about like shouting out like OHL guys like popping off. It's like you never hear Lardis' name, and it's like,
why do you think it could be the case in your?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's just like he kind of flies underneath the radar, but
I think he'll eventually end up getting the respect he deserves. I saw a thing the other day. He won like AHL Player of the Week or whatever. He had like 9 points, and
Yeah, he's
I'm like, this
insane.
guy's unbelievable, man. Like, he's always been like that. Even though as a kid, I remember he was on the 05 Oakville Rangers team, and I was on the 04 team, and the 05 team was unbelievable. They had I remember what we would do is we would call up a whole line of guys. So we'd call up Cal Ritchie, Nick Lardis, and Luke Misa. We'd call up the whole line, and they'd be our first line. They'd score all our goals, and I'm just like, these guys are unbelievable, man.
getting called up too.
Yeah,
Whoa.
we'd call up the younger team's line, and they would score all our goals. We'd play them like our first line. It was unbelievable.
Is there a maximum of games you can call them up or no?
I don't know. I don't think so. We had them up a lot, especially in playoffs too.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's absurd.
And guys, like let's say you're in the situation of whether you're in Perek shoes or Lardis, whatever, you know you should make the team.
Yeah.
You're left out. I'm gonna start with you, Proto. Like let's say you're still eligible to play, and they call you to play next year to represent the team. Will you still go, or you'll be no, I won't play?
Depends. Like I think Perek's, and I'll speak for Perek's sake. Like if I were him, I don't know. He's in the NHL now, right? So it's like, is there any point of going back down now? It's like, you know what I mean? Like he's probably fighting for a lineup in Calgary. So it's like,
I think he's going.
yeah, you think
You're
he's
not
going?
saying no to go to the World
Depends.
Juniors,
Is
to
it,
be
is it
honest.
the same coach or no?
No, it's not. They had Dave Cameron last year. It's
But
someone.
Hunter, Dale
Yeah,
Hunter?
Dale Hunter.
I
I
think-
night. So
I think he'll go. I just think like sometimes when you're in the NHL, maybe some of these guys think they don't need to go, which I agree too. Maybe if I was in the NHL, maybe I wouldn't go either. It's like, you know what I mean?
But let's say like you have the chance to play like I'm saying like
Yeah,
this loans you like
Yeah,
you
then
still go.
yeah, I would go.
going
Yeah,
like that.
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah,
you want to represent your country anytime.
yeah,
you
I think
can.
that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but when you know that the country like say didn't respect you and the team lost, like you wouldn't care about it.
I don't think it's the country didn't respect them. I just think it's the management they had at the time just didn't see them fit into the team the way they thought the team was going to be. So tough spot to be, you know what I mean? Like, but I think if you get the call to go play for Team Canada, you go, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it was just a small group of people who were deciding that team.
And bro, like you, if you had the chance, would you represent Team Canada over Team Greece?
Oh yeah. Well, again, I was born here, so yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
It'd probably be easier on the scoreboard too. But
So you feel more Canadian than Greek?
you know what? I feel more Greek now than Canadian.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm both. I'm proud to be both.
For sure.
But yeah.
For sure. And speaking about the Olympics roster that is coming soon, we have those exciting youngsters playing like the Bedard, Celebrini, and even the Schaefer who's been added to the roster.
Yeah.
And do you think they will all make the team?
I would love to see Matt Schaefer make the team. He, first of all, before anything, he's such a good kid. I've had the pleasure of I've met him a few times, know him. We've skated, and he's from Hamilton or Grimsby or somewhere around there, and skated with him a few times, worked out with him. I know him pretty well, and he is just the nicest kid, comes from the best heart, and to see all that stuff that's happened between his mom passing away, his Bill and mom passing away, and for him to still be a pro and carry out the way he has and make the jump to the NHL. He's doing unbelievable. I'd love to see him make it. Will he make it? I'm not sure, but I'd love to see him make it.
Sure.
Yeah, no, I think the same. I don't think it's a knock if he doesn't make it, right?
Absolutely not.
I don't think
It's just
he
an
would,
age thing.
I think I think he would understand too, but
Yeah.
right now he shows that he could play for the team, represent them.
Mm-hmm.
I think Celebrini should be a lock, but they're still what? They're still talking about him.
But
No.
I mean, he's in top 3 scoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, he better be.
Yeah. Even Bedard is top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Dart's popping off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to see Canada producing some top end skill. Again, I feel like since McDavid, really, there hasn't been a guy like that where they produce first overall that's just been unbelievable, right? So it's good to see these two guys kind of seems like they're carrying the load a little bit.
And to get back on Schaefer's point, all his stories, his mom died and everything, do you think that in a way the storytelling, the fairy tale branding could help him in other
Yeah, it's hard to not get motivated by that. You know what I mean? I think it's just always in the back of his mind and pushing him. And like you said, those stories, they always seem to have a way of working themselves out. So hopefully for him it does.
And I wanted to get back a bit on the goalies. In the 90s and even in the 2000, early 2000, the best goalies in the world, we could say, were Canadian.
Yeah.
They were mostly Canadian.
Yeah.
And now you see that the Russian goalies,
Oh, yeah.
they've taken over and everything. Do you see, as a Canadian, Tristan and even Proto, do you see a lack of development probably in the system of goalies?
So I'll say this. I kind of understand how they develop goalies overseas, Finland, Sweden, Russia, wherever it may be. What they do with these kids is they train them to be athletes before they goalies. So they're gymnasts, they're stretching, they're flexible, they're unbelievable athletes. And then at age 10, 11, 12, they're like, all right, let's take this seriously now. We're going to skate. We're going to apply all the athleticism you've learned to hockey. And some of these guys just end up being 6'4" monsters that can do the splits and make windmill glove saves behind their back like Vasilevsky. And it's unbelievable. And I don't think Canada's behind, but I think sometimes it's just so hockey driven and hockey focused, and you got winter hockey, you got spring hockey, you got training, you got this, you got that. It's pump the brakes, man. Sometimes it's you got to explore other sports, become an athlete, get other skills, and then you kind of put it all together. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah, same thing. Looking back, doing all those spring, all that, none of it matters.
It was fun. To
It's
be honest.
fun.
I loved
You build
it.
good memories.
Met
Like, I
so
wouldn't-
many good friends.
Yeah, like I'm sure you wouldn't trade it for the world, but
Yeah.
it's like even looking back, like when you were smaller, like playing AAA or playing like none of it really mattered.
Yeah.
As long as you were playing and building a good foundation, I feel like. Again, once you start getting up in like U14 and all that, yeah, you probably want to be in the mix.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think me personally, I think the next best goalie though will be George.
He's so.
Carter George.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's really
really?
good.
Is he that good?
He's really
he's
good.
yeah, he actually works out the same gym as me. He's wicked.
It's hard to say because you don't know any of the Euro guys that are
Yeah.
like, up and coming, but
He played.
I think he'll be really solid.
he played in the AHL. I don't know if you saw. He played in the AHL last.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got a shutout. Actually,
He got like a shutout, and then he had like I don't know. I could be just talking out of my ass, but I'm pretty sure he had like a 35 like save game to win. Like
Yeah,
like
no,
his
he's
save percentage
solid.
was actually like good in the AHL. Like I'm sure the shots are much different coming from the O to the AHL. Like
Yeah. Is that easier?
I think you'd be surprised. It's like
or is it easier because it's more controlled? Like let me ask you this. Do you think? Well, actually, you haven't really played in the coast, so it's hard to say. But like a lot of goalies say, like stopping shots in the coast is harder than stopping shots in the AHL because it's more like the AHL is more structured. It's a lot of more like outside shots.
I will tell you what
a lot
I've
of goalies
seen.
say like the coast is more
So
not run and gun.
This is
but-
what I've seen. So from my experience in the O, I think I've skated with countless NHL players, OHL, AHL, whatever, every level you can name. I think the difference between an NHL and an OHL player in terms of their shot alone is so small. Like the OHL guy can shoot the puck just as hard as the NHL guy.
Yeah.
But the difference is the OHL guy will be able to pick the size of like a plate, let's say, where the NHL guy will fit it in
Yeah.
the size of a puck. You can't give them anything. But in terms of how hard the shot actually is, like
There's
they're
not
shooting
much
it
of a
just as
difference.
hard, right? It's just those NHL guys, their releases, the way they get the puck off, and like the spots they can hit is second to none, right? So I think that's the main difference, I'd say.
Yeah.
And like you said, like at lower levels, sometimes like the play is not as structured or whatever, and it's kind of broken,
Yeah.
and that can sometimes lead to confusion. Whereas like you said, at the A or at the AHL level, at the NHL, like it's so structured. Like I remember, I forget who told me this. It was one coach is just try and be predictable, right? Like when everything's so predictable, it's like it's routine, it's like practice, it's so controlled. Like you know where people are going to be, and it just makes the game so much easier, I'd say.
Yeah.
And thanks for sharing, Beef. And there was also that rule that we had to talk about was the big CHL rule
Oh yeah,
going to D1.
yeah.
And what are your guys' thoughts on that in general? Is it good for hockey, bad for hockey? Like, how did you feel when you saw the rule? Like,
I think it's good for the game, right? I think all the best players are going to go to the CHL at a young age now, and that's going to be the dominant best league for young kids, and they're eventually going to funnel whenever they're ready to either the NHL, AHL, or university like D1, and they're all going to go there. And yeah, I think it's really good for the game, to be honest with you.
I think it is good from a D1 standpoint, and like obviously the OHL, like you're being able to get the American guys to come in. From someone who plays like junior A, I'm sure you guys all have. It's like when you're playing, you almost feel like you're playing with. Again, if you're good, they'll take you. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying like, say if you're playing in the OJ, or it makes it a lot harder. It's almost like
Absolutely.
sometimes like I would even say to you last year, I'm like, we kind of catch ourselves like. So like, what are we even playing for anymore? Like this rules up, and like you almost kind of feel like sometimes there's like sense of no purpose.
yeah,
But again, if you're to say that though, it's like if you're not dominating, you can't say that, right? So it's like me and you didn't dominate last year, so it's like it's hard for us to say that. But again, it's from the point of like, say you play 4 years in the O and you go 4 years like D1 and you don't get a pro look. It's like, well, it's like you had 8 years. You had an 8-year span of
Yeah.
NHL guys watching you every single game. So it's like for you not to get a sniff, it's like it would have been nice to see. You know what I mean? Like, because there are guys in junior A that could play at that level. Like, there was 2 guys in Elnall last year that had like 80 points. I don't even know their names, but I remember watching them. They were wicked. It's like they had to go D3. It's like I'm sure they could have played
yeah.
for RIT or Niagara, but
Sometimes it's also about the resume too.
it
Absolutely.
is, yeah.
It is also about the resume. And to give you guys the perspective, this new CHL rule was that before major junior guys weren't allowed to go play D1, and it was only the junior A guys. And now, like, it was in they actually made
Was
the
it last
change.
year?
Yeah, it was
Last
last year,
year.
2024.
But it kicked in this year.
Yeah, it was during the. Did they come out with the rule last year during the season?
They
Yeah,
did. It
during
was
this
midway
season.
during the season, but
Yeah.
it kicked in effective at the start of this year.
Because that one dude committed to Arizona State from like the dub, and everyone was like, Did you guys see that or no?
Yeah.
It was like the first commit. And everyone
Was it like a goal? I think there was a goalie. No, it was a player.
It was a player.
I think it was
yeah.
a player. But
I
like,
forget who it was, but I remember seeing that.
but again, there's still guys who are good. Like my buddy, I think I've told you about Luciano Bruno. He has like 60 points in like 25 games in the OJ. And the OJ is good hockey. It's like he's committed to Clarkson.
Yeah.
It's like he could play in the OHL. It's just like whether he can play in the OHL or not, it's up to the GM's decision if he can, right? So it's like,
But it's like, at that point, do you really want to go play in the OHL? Because
Yeah.
you're having success where you're at.
yeah.
Do you know
And
what
like,
I mean?
there's no point for him to move, but it's like a guy like him, like he's still in the OJ. It's like, say he didn't have that Clarkson commit, it's like he could have still, who knows if they would have looked at him again just because he was in the OJ. Not based off skill. Based off skill, he could play. You know what I mean? Just based off, like maybe now, I think it's just hard now if you're in those junior leagues. I think it's going to be hard to get out of them.
Yeah, unless you're a young 60-year.
Yeah,
year-old.
if you're like someone who got drafted, you're playing in the CC or, you know what I mean? Like you'll get looks.
Yeah.
Or there's a lot of guys like 07s and all. They all like when I was at the showcase.
Mhm.
I think there was like 8 NHL scouts at our games.
Wow.
Like it was packed with scouts, but they're not like we had an 05 who got like 4 goals one game, and he consistently like he was like over a point per game. Didn't talk to one D1 school. It's like. Maybe, who knows, before the rule, he probably would have talked to maybe like Niagara, not knocking those schools, but those are the schools typically that pull more from the junior A leagues. Maybe he would have talked to those schools, but it's like now that the rules change, it's like it's kind of pushing kids like that out, which that could play at that level. But so I think there's 2 aspects of it. If you're just an outsider looking in, it's the greatest thing ever. You know what I mean? You could see these guys like, you know, you get to see how McKenna matches up in against 24-year-olds but if you're playing in it, it's like you kind of lose that sense of purpose. You're like, okay, well, now what am I playing for? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Also, a good point is also we could say the parity effects in NCAA, since like most of the teams now they could have like more or less like the same pool of recruiting
yeah,
stuff. So you see like a Lindenwood wasn't really good before because they didn't have like the same reach as a Michigan State. Like,
Yeah.
they could be able maybe to have a tight game with them.
well, yeah, because you see a lot of guys who say were playing in the BC or junior A leave those top schools, getting pushed up by CHL guys, then they end up dropping down, right?
Yeah.
One of my best friends, he was a goalie on Western last year, and he ended up transferring to Miami, Ohio. He was a CHL guy too. He was my goalie partner in Hamilton.
Yeah.
And I think they won 3 games last year, and now this year I don't know the record exactly, but I think they're like 9-3, 10-3, and like they kind of turned the whole thing around. They brought in a few guys from the O, like Coach Adelic, Hay, and they're doing like unbelievable. So like you said, they pulled guys from a different pool that wasn't even open to them before, and now they're having success. So I think you're going to see that more often, to be honest with you.
Do you guys think it's better like for, I don't know, say for someone who, there's been a lot of guys who like this is their draft year, but they've gone say like the NCAA route.
Yeah.
Do you think it's better? Like me personally, I think if you're someone who's getting drafted this year, you're better off to play in the OHL where you know you're going to get ice.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing against guys your own age,
Yeah.
still older, versus like you could be playing against a guy who's like 24 in school, right? Like you see McKenna how many points he had versus like going to Penn State. It's like no one understands. They're always you hear like, oh, he's not doing as good. It's like, well, he's playing against 24-year-olds, like 21-year-olds, like guys who have been playing at that pace for so long. And it's like, I don't know if you guys have watched the game live, but like so physical. Like it's, I don't know. I think it doesn't help your draft stock if you're just like, if you're really solid and you're in the mix, like top 3 rounds, and you go D1. I think it also helps because it shows you can play at that level. But I think like there's nothing wrong with playing in the O for another year or the dub or the Q. You know what I mean?
Totally
Like,
agree. I'm super biased, and I'm a CHL guy all the way every day. But
Yeah.
I agree. Like I think the CHL, the 68 game schedule, like it's not too far off from an 82 game NHL schedule.
No.
Like the grind is legit. Like it is as close without being the NHL as you can get to like being in the NHL. And I think that like for you to like to play in that is like, I think it's more than enough preparing you for the next level. And obviously not the NCAA is awesome hockey as well. It's a shorter schedule. It's like 20 something games, but I'm a believer in the CHL, and I always have been, always will be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And are the guys, let's say, getting more valued? By example, like you have the point per game draft class guy, NCAA, and you have the guy who has like 60 or 70 points.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that scouts will most likely give more attention to the guy that play with the older people?
I think it depends. You got to take everything in perspective, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It
Yeah.
really depends on the situation, you know? Like, let's say you're at a school. Like, for example, I look at McKenna, and I'm not gonna say if I was him, I would have done this. Like, I'm not him. He's a generational talent,
Yeah,
but
for
like,
sure.
you already know you were doing unbelievable in the CHL and you were lighting it up. So for him, I feels like there's almost nothing left for him to prove in the CHL. So him going to Penn State, like, it feels like a good move. And people say he's struggling. Like, I don't think he's struggling. He's still
I don't think
he's still crushing it there, man. But like, obviously, he's not gonna go score 150 points again, right? Because
Remember, like those guys are huge out there. I don't think he's got his like.
it's also a different game.
It's
very-
so physical.
It's very structured and like physical. And I know even like I go look at goalie save percentages in NCAA and Fowler, Devin Levi, these guys will have like 950 seasons, whereas in the OHL,
can't.
if you are anywhere around 900, you're unbelievable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's such a different game. It's not the same game at all between those two leagues. You know
Well,
what I mean?
I was saying to you on the phone, like, I was in the CC last year, so like way worse level hockey to the NOL, and it was like even that was a crazy jump. So it's imagine these guys going from the CHL that are like 18 or 17,
Yeah.
going to D1. It's like that's 1,000 times harder,
Yeah.
and it's like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think it's hard in different ways. It depends who you are as a player, right?
yeah,
Like, I think skill guys that are just skill guys, point guys, like they thrive in the CHL, and it's a forward game in the CHL. Like, it's just all high offense. Let's score 8 goals, and we're gonna win 8-6.
yeah.
Whereas in the NCAA, it's okay. Let's win 2-1. Let's lock
Yeah.
it down. Like, you know what I mean? And
Let's win 2-1. Yeah,
yeah,
That's true.
like leading scores. Like I have a guy. He played on the Greek hockey team, Alexander Gaffney. Like he's leading the division in points, and he's got like
probably barely over a point a game.
he's like 17 and 13. Like he's just over.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's leading the O right now, but I think it might be Green Tree on Windsor, but he's probably, I don't know, he's probably over 2 points a game.
He probably has enough points to not get a point for the rest of the season
and still,
be a
yeah,
PPG.
absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
He's got enough to give to everybody.
Yeah,
And to get back with your point, you went to play youth sports like last year.
Yeah.
As a 20-year-old, when you saw that rule coming out, were you like, I should have tried maybe to play another year junior, like honestly, to give myself a chance?
yeah. You know, you can always look back and think that, but I'm happy with where I am. You know, like, and there's no one to say I couldn't go still pursue that if I really wanted to, right?
A lot of guys transfer. Like
Like I said, my friend who transferred from Western to Miami, Ohio last year, like he did it. So, you know, if it was in the cards for me, it's definitely something to consider. But you never really know until it's there, right?
and I think for goalies, it's a better situation. Like I feel like goalies, they don't, not necessarily don't care where you play, but they just rather you get shots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like the same with the coast. Like there's NHL goalies that are signed, but they're playing in the
Most
coast.
of the goalies in the coast are probably signed to the show.
Really?
Absolutely.
Because of the spots, and
Or
Every NHL team has like 5 or 6 goalies signed. It's like, where are you going to put those
Yeah.
guys, right? There's only 2 spots on each
There
team.
was a goalie in Barrie like 2 years ago.
Seelovs,
No, Hildebrandt.
Hillebrand, yeah.
She was playing in Stainer, like junior C,
yeah.
but they just wanted them to get shots.
Yeah, no,
and then, you know,
he's actually really good. He's at Ohio State now.
And then he comes up to
play
the.
junior C.
He played. Yeah, but he didn't really play junior C. He was on the Colts, but they would send him there to like, you know what I mean. If he was in the stands, or like rather you being in the stands, or rather
Brett
you get
Brochu did the
shots.
same thing too. Actually, he played a year of junior C, and then the Knights are like, this guy's unbelievable.
Yeah,
Signed him, played 3 years there. Signed, I think it might have been an A deal with Edmonton, and I think he's in Sweden now. But like, he's an unbelievable goalie. So I think just playing games, seeing shots is what it's all about, really.
yeah. Like, I feel like the landscape's different for goalies. It's still.
It is.
It's still possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, because of the limited spots, and that's why sometimes you can see, before the new rule effect, you can see sometimes goalie from junior Bs, or playing T3 hockey in the United States just committing
Yeah.
on.
And it's like, would you rather be a goalie on a team in a lower league playing, or would you rather be a goalie on a team in a higher league, but you sit on the bench, you get scratched, right?
Yeah, because that's not going to do you any good.
no,
right?
it's not.
Except playing like, I'm playing that.
Just
Yeah.
to like be able to brag in the summer, like, you know what I mean, like I'm in the O or I'm in the USA. It's like, if you're not playing, it's like it's not going to really help you. to
Exactly.
No, for sure. And another topic I wanted to talk about, brief, I think you played against him, Logan Mailloux.
Yeah.
Logan Mailloux, players from Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah.
Um,
We got traded to St. Louis.
exactly.
Yeah.
This year, actually, for Bolduc.
Baldu, yeah.
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 Obviously, we all know the controversy, like the fact that he recorded a girl having sex with,
Yeah.
and he literally said to the teams that he didn't want to get drafted.
Yeah.
Right? He said to the team that all the teams with his agent that he didn't want to get drafted to not like cause problems to his image and
Yeah.
towards the image of the teams. And when you're a GM, you know that you need a defenseman like that. What do you do in that situation, bro? Like,
I don't think these GMs care anymore. I feel like that stick of like obviously they want good people, but like I've heard of a lot of guys like from like the States that like they've done a lot of fucked up shit and they're still, you know what I mean, like they're still living lavish, like playing D1, like. So I feel like if you're good, they'll take. If you're
Yeah.
really good, you give them no option to not take you.
He's an unbelievable player, first of all.
for sure.
But I
He
think if
was-
you're a fringe guy, it's different.
Yeah.
I think you're like one mistake away from, yeah, you're out of here. You know what I mean? Like, because there's a lot of guys who are a dime a dozen.
Mm-hmm.
So
It is. And it's as a GM, like, would you risk it, like, let's say for the image of your organization, or?
It really depends at that
Yeah.
point. Like, how risky do you want to get, right? And once again, like, I kind of feel bad for a guy like that because I don't know him personally, but I know a lot of people that know him, and I've heard he's such a nice guy and a great person. And like you said, he just made a bad decision, got caught in a sticky situation, and he didn't want it to affect his image, so he actually said, hold off, right? But Montreal was just so high on him, and rightfully so. And he's ended up being a good NHL player, and I'm pretty sure he's doing good in St. Louis, and it's kind of how it all went for him, right?
Yeah. Honestly, like, he's still getting used to it, right? Because
Yeah.
his decision is still expensive in the sense that he didn't make Team Canada, especially with what was going on
Yeah.
before. He didn't play hockey for maybe one.
I think it was a year, yeah. He was suspended half the season.
I didn't even know
in
that
London,
happened.
yeah. He was suspended half the season in London, and then he came back and they won a championship. Or no, they lost to Peterborough in the finals.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
yeah, he was unbelievable. I remember one of my best friends was Peterborough's goalie, and I went to a bunch of the games in the finals to watch, and I'm like, I can't believe how good this guy is. Him, Dickinson, Isaiah George, all back there on the blue line, like it was unbelievable, man. Like, and he was the leader of all that, the power play, and he's such a good player.
yeah, I don't really know what happened, so I can't really.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
I don't really know. I don't know the scandal that happened with him and a girl. So
Oh, okay, but like they were having like a relationship or an affair, and then he filmed the girl and he sent it to all the boys.
yeah, that'll do it.
yeah. And then I
That'll
guess,
definitely do it.
one of- yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna judge a guy. Just that'll definitely do it.
Yeah, so that's why like, he told the team to not draft him.
Yeah, I mean, he
And,
took ownership, but
yeah.
oh,
But all right, guys, that'll do it for today. Thank you very much for coming on the podcast.
No problem, man. Thanks for having us.
yeah, man, appreciate it.
You can follow my Instagram account at Between the Whistles. Angelo Propapis. Is that your Instagram account? What's yours?
Tristan 29 Malbuff.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. And
That was good, man.
Leo's smooth with it.
Yo, it's smooth.
oh, good pot. It was a good shot. Good shit.